halftime show.
The halftime show. All right. Halftime show.
Maroon 5, Travis Scott, Big Boy. Was it the Voice of Atlanta?
Box. What?
I forget what they called the chorus. I thought it was the Voice of Atlanta. I tried to shout
I
out
don't
the
know.
chorus.
Okay.
Choir, my bad.
Choir. Voice of Atlanta. What?
This is the chorus.
Oh.
Shout out to the chorus of the song.
And then the most disappointing, bro. I feel so bad for Travis Scott right now, but I'll get into that later. First thing, I'm not as mad about Maroon 5 as the rest of y'all. I don't know what y'all thought their music was, but it was basically like mid-level, we can listen to this and get through it music. This isn't music that's going to blow your fucking face off. This isn't bad music. Y'all comparing these niggas to... That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying people that are going hating on. Bro, I saw somebody compare them to Nickelback.
Oh.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Like
Maroon 5 at least has better hits. I mean,
like they was out here comparing them to Nickelback. I'm like, for people that don't understand like shit outside of rap and R&B, like, cause we can talk about this a little bit on this show. Maroon 5 is a lot better than Nickelback.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
That's one of those where I'm just like, damn, how does it, like, if like you either really gotta hate mainstream music for you to understand what the difference between Nickelback and Maroon 5 is and to make that statement, or you just don't understand pop rock, and some people don't even consider Nickelback pop rock. They just consider it bad alternative rock, I guess. But now Maroon 5 ain't that bad.
Yeah.
I do think it's a problem that Maroon 5 couldn't get any of their hip hop regulars to come on any of the tracks, which because there was no Cardi, they didn't do. They've had hip hop tracks with some other people too. I'm forgetting their names too, but they weren't able. Shit, they've done songs with them. Adam Levine's done songs with Eminem and 50 Cent.
But did you really think they were gonna come on?
I'm not saying.
He turned it down. The Godfather.
What?
Starting, yeah.
Right. Again, and we talked about this beforehand, and we'll get into this now. Fuck the NFL. Fuck all you motherfuckers, man. I'm a Travis Scott fan, and y'all did everything to make sure that America hates Travis Scott. First and foremost, we wanted the song. As a 90s fucking baby, bro, I wanted that. That's the only reason I'm mad at Maroon 5. Y'all know for a fucking fact we wanted y'all to just perform the song. We didn't care if y'all couldn't perform it as good as the SpongeBob band actually did it. But all we wanted was Maroon 5. That could have been the entire halftime show. No Travis Scott or Big Boy. And I'm telling you, the entire fucking country would not have cared. Even people that didn't watch SpongeBob would not have cared. They'd be like, wow, this is
It was literally days like, you ready? And then that was it. You didn't get nothing.
Bro, then they drop into sicko mode, which shot. The only good thing about sicko mode was the weird animation of the fucking comment. That was it. Which that was literally it. You should just die.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was it. Then my biggest issue with this, the reason why I get tired of watching Grammy Awards now and sometimes the MTV Awards, is you cannot have rappers perform and censor their shit that much. It just doesn't it doesn't sound anything right. It sounds like fucking Travis Scott has Tourette's.
I was like, what? Why did it just pause? Like, I was like, I didn't hear any. Like, and then it was like, oh, he's swearing or something.
Because the whole fucking verse is swearing.
Yeah.
It's a Travis Scott verse. Also, y'all picked the worst song. I understand that's the most popular song now, but y'all needed to pick something else.
Antidote. You got to get it to
anything else. You can't pick the song where, for one thing, the beat changes about 35 times. It's the reason that Mook won't listen to it anymore. And that he has to go back and forth with Drake, which is not my problem with the song. It's the fact that Drake ain't there.
No.
Like, Drake ain't there. And you know who damn well can't do Drake's part? Adam Levine.
Yeah.
Like, that can't happen. And shout out to Big Boy, but Big Boy couldn't do it either. But shout out to the best part of it, of the entire thing, was Big Boy, because for some reason, because Big Boy songs are about 10 to 15 years old, they just didn't go back to check the censoring on them, because they didn't really censor him. Also, biggest shout out of the night, best part of the entire fucking halftime show, Sleepy Brown. Sleepy Brown was there, out there doing. He was out there. I like the way you. That was the only song he fully performed.
Okay, yeah.
Bro, first and foremost, shout out to Big Boy. Even though this is probably the second most iconic joint that they could have did outside of Jermaine Dupri coming out to Welcome to Atlanta. He started off the what was it? The Purple Ribbon All Stars was the name of the group. Yeah, he started at the beginning. Yeah, he started off Kryptonite. Which my whole thing was, and again, we know this as hip hop heads. Most people don't know this. That ain't even your song. Obviously no Andre. Even though shout out to was it E! News? E! News said it was great seeing Outkast perform at the halftime show.
Oh, damn.
Thank you for letting us know who run your office. Because y'all office ain't out here in these streets.
They're like,
Nothing about hip-hop.
like
that was Andre out there.
The worst thing about the lead up to
Justin Timberlake, thanks for NSYNC, bro. Like, that did not happen.
right. And I was like, and it's not even no shade to Big Boy. And Big Boy would have told you it was Big Boy himself too. Because you understand, you noticed the lead up to the Super Bowl was real distinctive. Maroon 5, Travis Scott, Big Boy. It wasn't Big Boy from Outkast or anything like that. It said Big Boy, which is the worst thing for Big Boy to do.
Yeah, because
like,
nobody knows.
Unless you care.
Unless you care.
Last album with what's the name though was dope.
Us, but that's more of a hip hop head album. That's like if they said Run the Jewels. It's a little bit different. But if they were like Run the Jewels is coming out, that would have killed it for us. All of us would have stopped. Like most hip hop heads would stop giving a fuck about the protests right there. They would have watched that halftime show no matter what if they said Run the Jewels. And for most of us outside, if you're not a Travis Scott fan, which most people aren't, I am. If you heard Big Boy was enough. You were gonna come out here and at least try to see what Big Boy was about to do. And he came out with the first couple bars of Kryptonite, which because of the A part, and he did I Like the Way You Move.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, he got off of like 3 ATL hoes with no censors. That was probably the best part about it because I'm sitting there like, yo, he just said ATL ho. He just said ATL ho again. Oh, they just don't care. ATL, and then the crowd started doing it too, and I'm like, well, y'all lost because y'all can't censor that.
You can't even censor the whole fucking thing.
And then Adam Levine and them, and a lot of people are mad because Adam Levine took off his shirt and they're saying it's a double standard.
Yeah, he like kept on. Yeah, he was just slowly stripping. I think he had like a jacket, then he had a shirt, and then he was like, I was like, all right. I wasn't really here for that, but okay. He's gonna show off all the tattoos. Again,
the men were supposed to be there for young men. Was supposed to be there for Travis Scott. Old man was supposed to be there for Big Boy. We're in the middle range, and women were supposed to be there for Maroon 5. That's what that was, and that's what it is.
Adam or Janet?
Janet. I mean,
you
don't say Janet.
I was saying halftime when you said double standard. Janet is forever banned, and yet he went damn near.
Wait.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, Janet's banned. Janet can't come back.
But how's that even her fault?
Still, that's all I'm saying.
Your titty was there. She did it. You know, it's like wait, JT
was on it.
Yeah. That's fucked up. Janet Jackson did
also,
not.
I'm sorry. I will give Adam this, bro. You got some of the worst tattoos I've ever seen.
He just.
Sometimes it's supposed to be going. I'm getting an egg
This
roll.
is the.
I'm getting a shrimp egg roll tattoo.
My issue with his is just this awkward ass play. It looks like you ever play Grand Theft Auto, like San Andreas, and you remember how you could put the tattoos on them. That's what his look like. It looks like they like you centered it up like the cartoon, like this shit. This is like the California tattoo is just weird.
Yeah.
And there's like a lion under that. Like
there's a lot of spacing in between a lot of that.
It looks like he might have a good music tattoo or like the tattoo that was based on the good music logo. The good music logo is based on something, and I think he has the same tattoo that it's based on. But yeah, no, man. And again, I don't think it's the worst award show. People are out here saying it's the worst one, bro. I remember, again, I was here for the Who. White people, y'all need to defend that because that was terrible.
I'm not out here. I didn't really need it, but
I don't. First thing
they did that because of Janet. It was like they're like, all right, we're gonna get every old motherfucker.
Honest to
they
God,
ain't gonna fuck this up.
Honest to fucking God, y'all could have gave me fucking Michael Bolton, and I'd have been better off than the Who.
Michael Bolton. God damn. In Lonely Island though.
Oh, if Lonely Island, that would be the best. That would be the best one ever, bro. Best one. Because for one thing, I believe most of the people that do songs of Lonely Island outside of like Kendrick would do it. Because I'm sure, I believe T-Pain be out here doing "I'm on a Boat." Yeah. I fully believe Michael Bolton. You know how I feel about Jack Sparrow. Let's keep that real. Jack Sparrow is that shit. There's a couple other songs I'm trying to think of. You can't do. I don't think you could do "Dick in a Box."
Okay.
They'll censor it, but
it would be the worst. That's like if like if Mariah Carey did the halftime show and they're like the special guest is gonna be Gucci and OJ. The Juice Man, to be clear.
Damn.
And they're supposed to make the trap say A.
Make the
Not Simpson, man.
Damn. Obviously, she doing other people.
I'm just mad that the end part. I'm mad at myself for that because it was the Juice Man.
The Juice Man.
But no, man. There's a certain people like R.I.P. But what the reason that if the full Wu-Tang Clan was alive and they would not come to be able to do Super Bowl is because you cannot be out here with old dirty bastard hoping that he does Super Bowl right. There's some people we can't do this with.
Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, shimmy.
It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't. Who gives a fuck?
They tried to give MIA criminal charges for a middle finger.
Oh, really?
They tried. It didn't work.
It's like Saturday Night Live. You gotta watch who you put on live. Like Saturday Night Live artists, you have to watch.
Yeah.
What time you put them on during.
See, my problem with that is they keep on letting Kanye come out here and do whatever he wants.
You do it for that too. People want to watch and hope that maybe they do something. So it's a stage thing both ways. Both sides win.
But yeah, speaking of winners, I think the winner of the halftime show is Big Boy in Atlanta. For that, like I think Big Boy had the best part of it. His performance was the crispiest. Again, Maroon 5 is an average band to me. They are average for the time. I feel like Fall Out Boy would have been a better. Oh, you know how good a Fall Out Boy halftime show would be, and they can still get rappers. Right? Fall Out Boy has a rapper crowd, so they can still do. Remember,
MGK.
Fall Out Boy signed Tiger originally.
Oh, did they?
Remember that? Originally, Fall Out Boy.
So you wanted Fall Out Boy, and then you get some Taste and.
All right, Arms Race remix had Kanye, Lupe on it. Paul Wall, like the Arms Race remix had a ton of rappers on it. Let's not forget that. Wayne and Kanye were both on that remix.
But
Big
you're
Sean,
not going to get
2
everybody
Chainz.
to come out.
I'm just saying that Fall Out Boy is still somebody I believe that would be fine with any rapper probably coming and performing with them. So yeah, I would say that would probably be our best chance for a decent halftime show coming up. A lot of people, and even old white people were saying this, they wish this Gladys did the halftime show.
You know, she deserved the MVP, but.
Oh, no, she didn't. I liked her halftime. I mean, I liked her national anthem and all, but she got way too Christina Aguilera for me with the whole hand movements and jerking her head sideways and back and forth in the middle of singing and shit.
Damn. You're hating on her.
No, bro, like that shit's annoying, bro, to sing. Like, she was over here stopping in the middle of the national anthem and shit. I'm like, just sing. You got a great voice. I don't need the whole...
she might have some money. There might have been some money down because, there's like, make sure you make it longer than 2 minutes because I got some money on this shit down in Vegas. Hey, hold up.
Casino down. You been down.
Yeah, you play down here. You have Rivers, yeah.
Shout out to Rivers Casino.
Definitely ain't a sucker enough to do
Somebody went up. Both friends went up 5,000. It's like one friend was like, I believe they're gonna do it, and then the other friend was like, well, I don't like the Patriots. They both put 5,000 on. I'm like, God damn, that's a lot of money. All right, let's
quick commercials that I can remember off the top of my head.
The NFL one was probably the best one. Were they all to go for the dog pile?
Oh no, that was the best commercial, but the one that influenced me the most, and I actually don't think the car looked too good, but it's just the announcement.
What?
Toyota. There's only one Toyota car I've ever given a fuck about. One. Everybody else knows my Corolla's been running since '85. That's cool. The Supra. The original Fast and the Furious car. I am a Nissan Skyline guy, but the first Fast and the Furious car and the car that was supposed to run the series was the Supra. And they stopped making Supras, so they had to switch to the Skyline. I understand that. I'm still Skyline first. But the new Toyota Supra is coming out. They haven't released a Supra in like 15 years.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So Supra is...
I thought maybe even more.
Even longer, probably. But Supra it's like the Honda 2000. They don't drop those no more. For people that are in cars, like... The Supra for Toyota people is like when they brought back real Camaros and shit, and like Mustangs and stuff. The Supra is Toyota's only real car that's supposed to be able to out here and run with people. If I pull up next to you in your Corolla, I'm going to laugh at you. Not in my personal car. I got a Kia right now. But when I upgrade this summer, that's going to be where I'm laughing at you. No, like, that's a big deal. Now, again, the design to me, it's not that great. I don't think a spoiler will look good on it. And that's really like I need a spoiler on my Supra if I'm getting a spoiler. If I'm getting a Supra. But that's a big one. There was a couple. And I don't even watch the TV show, but the Bud Light commercial that switched into fucking...
the Game of Thrones. That's kind of cool.
Dude, that was the left... Because I thought they were like... It seemed like Bud Light was running like a skit of commercials through the night that I was fully enamored with. Like, these Bud Light commercials have been getting better to me. Like, Dilly Dilly got a little annoying a little bit at the beginning of the season. Then, like, the commercials that were coming on throughout the Super Bowl were actually funny. Especially the one where they were like, we don't use corn syrup in our beer. Let's go give it to them. Then they get there and they're like, oh, we already got our corn syrup. It's probably them. And it's like, fuck, all right, we're going to go down. Like, they're on some noble shit to give other people their shit back for real.
But, shit.
And they're going through the worst. Like, they're going everywhere for this shit. Then, Then they get to the final joint, and then the Bud Light comes out. Bud Light Night comes out.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, I'm here to do my joust. Gets hit in the chest. I'm like, all right, there's going to be some skit about him getting hit in the chest. Boom. I don't know who the fuck that dude was. If you really watched Game of Thrones, you probably knew who the dude was that hit him in the chest. I didn't know that. The dragon is what got me. When the dragon came in and killed everybody, that was some dark ass shit.
Yeah, so are they going to they're like, we ain't doing this no more? Or that's...
I have no clue.
They killed the king and queen right there.
They killed everybody. Yeah. Shout out to Jordan Peele. This is a childhood thing for me because my mom was really big on watching Twilight Zone. So even though I wasn't in it, was weird as fuck to me. The only episode of Twilight Zone I ever got into was the airplane episode that everybody knows about, where dude's on the airplane and he thinks there's something outside and he freaks out. That's like
That's a good one.
That's the episode I remember the most. But Jordan Peele's gonna be doing a new Twilight Zone. Shout out to Jordan Peele.
I hope they do new twists. I mean, I know like Jordan Peele's like movies are pretty much like down pat. Like he can do like probably make a whole new movie or new like individual shows for Twilight Zone. I don't want to see old shows back again. That's all. No repeats.
I'm just here for Jordan Peele to keep on getting these checks.
Yeah, I'm with it. Yeah, he's funny. So
and a new movie, which I'm waiting on that.
So what's up with this